Just one uneducated visit to your dentist can have devastating health effects. And if you think I'm exaggerating about this, I want you to pay close attention to the story you're about to hear. My name is Jonathan Landsman. I'm the host of the Holistic Oral Health Summit, and today I'm with Dr. Robert Kleinwaks, one of the speakers at this event. Robert, thank you so much for joining us today.
My pleasure.
Look, a lot of people are going to be skeptical. They're going to hear about this idea that you reverse stage 4 cancer by not doing any kind of diet or supplements. I had to have you come on here and tell your story. You did everything, almost everything imaginable, and none of it worked. So tell us about it.
So after I was diagnosed, one of the things that, because I've been in natural health my whole life, one of the things I vowed is I was never going to do chemotherapy or x-ray or anything. So I tried every alternative. I flew to Florida, I flew out to California, Texas, Iowa, and basically every therapy I tried came back with the same results, nothing. I fasted for 60 days. I juice fasted. I flew a healer over from England. I mean, I could go on and on and on. I did light therapy, and basically the tumor kept growing. And I had a tumor the size of a small football in my abdomen and several of my lungs. And finally, one of my friends actually told me, he says, why don't you go to a dentist? You know, try that. I heard that it might work. So, of course, I went to the dentist because I tried everything. And the dentist immediately sold me vitamins and detoxes, materials, and I just said, I'm about as clean as you can get. I mean, I don't know why I have to go through 6 months of detox for you to take care of my mouth. But basically, it didn't work. The tumor kept growing, and at this point, I was against the wall because my kidneys shut down, and I didn't know what to do anymore.
And I want to be clear, it's not like you just did natural things. You also did some conventional therapy, no?
Well, right after this bout of dentistry, I then said, when my kidneys shut down, I said, I have to do something. I said, I'm going to lose a kidney. And that's when I finally broke down and I said, okay, I'm going to try a few chemotherapies, see if the tumor can shrink enough so my kidney function can come back, because it was pressing on the ureter, and all the urine was backing up into my kidney, and I was getting hydronephrosis. So basically, I did 3 chemotherapies, and after the third one, I said to my wife, you know what, I can't keep doing this. I said, I'm going to die from this. I said, this is just not it, and I'd rather die than die this way. It was terrible. And it was about that time where a good buddy of mine said to me, why don't you go to a holistic dentist? And I said, well, I already went to a holistic dentist, and they put me on a detox and a cleanse and this and that. And he goes, no. I mean, one that really works with making sure that you have the right fillings in your mouth, one that makes sure that you don't have any adverse effects from root canals, that blood tests you to see what you can put in your mouth. And I said, sounds interesting, but I'm not quite sure why at this point I should do that. And then he started explaining why. And the why got me interested. And the why is what eventually drove me to this dentist. And I had my fillings taken out, compatible fillings put back in, my root canals pulled out, nothing put back in its place because I wasn't compatible with any metal that they could use for a post. And long story short, about 60 days later, I started to, it was 7 weeks if you want to get technical. I started getting all the pain back, and I thought I was actually, believe it or not, going to die, because I thought the tumor must have grown so much because I was getting all the pain back I got years before. So I had this thing over 2 years. And basically, when I went to get the MRI, I got a call that night, and the doctor said to me, what did you do? And I'm thinking to myself, oh no.
It must have scared the living daylights out of you.
Now the tumor's not smaller than a football, it's a basketball. I mean, that's all I could think of. And I said, why? And he said, because your tumor's gone. So I said to him, well, why do I have all this pain? He says, well, when the tumor was shrinking, it was probably pulling on the same things it was pushing on when it was growing. And that's why I gave you the same symptoms. I said, wow, that's incredible. I said, you sure that's my MRI? I said, please, can you please check?
Right.
And he said, I checked twice because I've never seen this happen. And that's really the story.
It is an incredible story. That's why I asked Robert to be a part of this summit. I would like to warn everyone watching this video to please don't rush out and see any dentist at all. And I would urge you, strong as I possibly can, to please make sure you listen to Robert's entire presentation at the Holistic Oral Health Summit. Make sure you share this information with your family and friends, because I really truly believe, Robert, that this information will literally save a lot of lives.
There's no question. I mean, I have to say, every day I talk about my story. Every day I turn people on to it. The problem is I'm one person. And there's thousands of people getting chemo and other kinds of therapies that if they went to their mouth first wouldn't have a lot of the side effects, and I'm still living with from the chemotherapy. And though I'm healthy, I'm still suffering from things that chemotherapy have caused me, that if I'd known about dental work earlier and going to the right dentist earlier, I'd be 100% healthy. I mean,
Robert, you're doing great. You really are.
Thank you.
It's terrific. And thank you very much for joining us today. I really look forward to speaking to you again soon. Take care, everybody.